In this video, I'm going to do a very short video on the SPSS output. This is what we'll be working with. Each of them will be a little bit different, but a lot of the things in what I'm going to show you are there in each of the weeks that we will be working. So, in that respect, you need to understand that the faster you learn where the data is, the easier it is for it to analyze. That's why the definitions we're doing over these last couple weeks are very important. So if you learn the definitions and can point them out, you're going to be just fine when we start to work on data and putting everything together. So let's move on to the first slide. In this slide, you'll see right here that the variable of choking is being produced. This is a one sample t-test, and I'm not going to go too much into one sample. It basically means it's one sample. Okay. As you can see here, the letter N right here is the number of participants. The large N equals the total number of participants. That number is 30. The next one over is mean. Of course, that means the average. And for this test, the mean is 13.23. I'll go over this in class, but when we're looking at these numbers, there's always a standard that we go by, just as we talked about before. The standard in this one would be 15. So the standard, this is below the standard, and that's what we'd be looking at in a one sample t-test. Here is your standard deviation, which is the variance from the mean. Here is your standard error mean, which we'll go over on another day. And this is what your output will look like. Then this is another part of the one sample t-test. In this has a test value of 15, so that's where we will. This is where the test value would be. This is your t-value, which you'll be reporting to the hundredths place. This is your df, degrees of freedom, and this is your significance level. Okay, we will be going over these in detail in class, but I want you to start to take a look at this video over and over again so you can start to see where these various places are. This is most of what we're going to be using throughout the semester. There's a few other places that we'll talk about in different areas, but for just the basics, this is the basics.